What's up guys, C2113 here, and today's video is going to be on several products that were sent to me by an Amazon seller called KingYou. Okay, now KingYou specializes in headphones, and if you go to their store you'll see they have a very selection of headphones. Now I'm not sure if they got the memo, but I own an iPhone 7 Plus and I don't have another daily driver phone. So, as you can imagine, I was a little surprised that they wanted to send me 3.5 millimeter, jack headphones. But nonetheless, I got me a good dongle, alright, so we can test them out. Now, I've said several times on the channel, and you probably know, I don't really use headphones at all. I use a Bluetooth speaker, and I just really don't like headphones at all. To me it's too isolating. It's not that you don't get good audio quality. Honestly, it's in many aspects and situations you'll probably get better audio quality using headphones than you would using a speaker because of ambient noise and all that stuff. But for me, it's just the experience of shoving something in my ear, putting them on my ears. To me, that it just isn't as it's too isolating. That's the best way I can describe it. So I generally don't use headphones. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't, like me some good quality headphones and have certain respect and reverence, okay, for good headphones, and certainly at an affordable price, because I know a lot of people that watch my videos are into tech, and they might actually use headphones. And so if you guys use headphones, this video is for you. Thanks go out to KingYou for sending out these products, and let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so these are the products they sent out to me. Now, you'll see on screen right now the 4 different products that were sent, but these are the boxes that they came in. So they sent me a pair of gold earbuds, gray earbuds, and pink, or Apple likes to call, rose gold earbuds, okay? As well as a nice set of foam earpieces, okay? So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these one at a time. They all come in a similar box, but on the back they are marked for the color combo that they are. So this one says that these are the model number and also the color and all that. So these are the gold ones from what I understand. So simple box, but very good presentation, honestly. There's nothing, considering the prices these are going for, there's nothing like a simplistic but clean presentation, because what that means is that the company spent less money on packaging and more money on actually making a good product. So that always is a good sign. So here we have, oh, I love this. Okay, so with a lot of headphones, you'll get a pouch included with the, especially if it's earbuds, you get a little pouch included with it, right? But usually it's got a little drawstring, or it's like got Velcro or something like that, right? Something real clunky and cheap, right? No. This comes with the same type of felt material pouch, but it's got these metal bands inside the top lip here, so that when you pull your headphones out or put them back in, you let go and it snaps closed and nothing's falling out. No strings to catch on shit. Nothing clunky about this. So I really do like this. It also includes a nice microfiber cleaning cloth and your little operational manual, as they call it. You need to use headphones, right? So we'll put these aside and we'll take a look at these headphones. These earphones are in a little plastic bag, and again, simplistic packaging. I mean, how much, for the price you're paying for these headphones, I would rather they put all the money into actually making the headphones than to wowing me with some, fancy schmancy packaging, okay? At this price, you don't need to be doing Apple-esque packaging. So the first thing I can notice here is that this is very different from standard cordage. So at first I thought it might be like a braided cable, okay, but what it is it's a double reinforced sheath layer cable. So what you have on the outside is a sort of almost like a butylene rubber type material, so very durable there. And then on the inside you have that cross stitching is what you see there. That cross stitching, okay, it's some sort of nylon there. And on the inside you have your third layer of insulation, or I guess second. Count the nylon. Already this strikes me as a great type of cable, because as you can see, I mean, obviously I could probably rip this if I pulled hard enough, but I'm yanking on that really hard, and what that is you have 3 different materials all supporting the strength of the wire. So it's not just the leads going to and from your audio jack. You've got the outside rubber, silicone, butylene, something material layer, okay? And you've got your nylon threading on the inside, and then you've got an additional layer of, it looks like a clear opaque silicone type insulation. But basically, you have a tri-layer design, all right, that gives you a really good strength on this. So this cable isn't going to tear on you like those Apple cables. In addition, you'll see here you've got 3 separate zones, which means this also has an inline mic. So that's the other feature of these headphones, is if you look here, you have your mode button, which allows you to skip tracks, play, pause, as well as accept and phone calls. You've got your microphone right there, and you've got your earbuds right here. Now, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the overall build quality here. Now, that chrome piece you see there, that is plastic, okay? But the rest here is actually... No, okay, well, you know what? It's all plastic, but it doesn't feel flimsy at all. Like, again, I'm squeezing this, and there's no flexing, no creaking, and like I already said before, it was so solid I thought it was metal. Okay, I thought this was aluminum. So you've got some nice strain relief right here. So of course, you know, when that cable's pulling on there, it's not going to pull directly on the connection to the actual driver in there. Overall, too, the split is a nice size here, so it's not super small. Like if you've got a big head, it won't fit, and it's also not huge where you've got 2 different cables bouncing around here. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try them on. Generally, you know, I'm not exactly a headphone face model, so, you know, not going to look great, but we'll go ahead and try these on and see how they fit. Especially since I have weird ears, so usually these types of earbuds, although when they work the best, they generally are very uncomfortable for me. So if these fit nice, you got my seal of approval, you know what I'm saying? Okay. This is the other test, okay? A test that I was very surprised, for example, that the AirPods could be, which is the head shake test. So I've got them in now, and I didn't have to shove them all the way down my ear canal. They're just sitting very nicely there, and they make a good seal. Now we're going to do the head shake test. They're still in my ears, all right? I'll even pull on this, and it's only after really tugging hard that they came out. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Certainly these are perfectly okay if you go on a run. If you like to go outdoors, you like to go on runs, you do a lot of physical activities, and you want to be able to use your headphones, these are going to be good for you because they're not going to fall out of your ear. Now, everyone does have different ear shapes, but considering my ears are already weird and they fit, I would argue that these are probably going to be a pretty decent size for you. And the best part, of course, like any type of earbud, is it's not like it's one size fits all, okay? They got you covered here with 2 more sets of different silicone ear tips, so that if these are the wrong size for you, or they don't fit your ear, you know, maybe you don't have weird ears like me, you got normal ears, and you can go ahead and use this. And also, it's got a little clip right here, so that you can clip the microphone portion to your lapel or something like that to use while you're talking on the phone, or recording a video or audio, whatever. So you've got that clip, which is, again, this is already far more stuff than I've seen included with a, not necessarily these tips, but this is far more stuff than I've seen included with most earbuds at this price range, with both the very nice pouch. I mean, I really can't get over this. This is so easy to use. It's tight, it's clean, it's simple. And then, of course, that clip just makes recording audio that much nicer because, you know, when you're on the phone and let's say you're moving or whatever, this is going to make a lot of noise if it's rattling around. And by having a way to clip down that cable, it really does help position that properly to record audio. That is the gold one. Now, I will also show you all the other ones. The other 2. They're gonna be the same, but in case you want to do a side-by-side comparison of the color, we're gonna get into that now. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna give them a listen. I'm gonna do a little demo listening to them. I know I can't really show you exactly how they sound, but I will put them next to the microphone So hopefully you can get a decent idea of the sound reproduction, even if the volume and stuff like that isn't accurate. I'm using a pretty good microphone, so use some good speakers or headphones at home, and you should get a good idea of what the frequency response is like on these headphones. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the other ones here. This one is the pink one. So if you like pink, this one is for you. Since I didn't do it last time, I'll just go quickly into the manual. Most of the manual is in other languages. It's basically like a super multilingual manual here. So basically, you know, like there's like 3 pages that are English. So basically, it says, actually, there's very little Chinglish in here. There is very, if any, Chinglish. This is good. So, KingYou, you guys did a good job on this manual. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Again, it's a set of earbuds. I mean, how much information do you need to how to use them? But again, same great pouch. I love these. I can't get over that. Microfiber, always nice. Ooh, it's got a little nice little the hot pink lips on there. Huh? KingYou, Amazon. So they are a very prominent Amazon seller, I guess. And oh. It's the oh, I see. Okay, it's got it in 4 languages. It says thank you. So it says merci, gracias, or gracias, thank you, and I'm not going to even try that. I think that's German. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at what these look like. All right, so again, we've got our extra ear tips right here. We've got our lapel clip, and we've got our headphones. And by the way, guys, don't get too pissed at me if I keep saying headphones or earphones or you know what I mean. It's who knows what to call these. All right, they're things you put in your ears so that you can listen to stuff. All right, that's pretty much what earphones, headphones, earbuds. That's all the same. Okay, so when I say earbuds or headphones, I'm referring to these. All right. So again, same nice construction, really clean, good strain relief right here, as you can see. This is always, honestly, this can be a weak point on certain headphones here and here at the end. And I didn't highlight this last time, but at the actual plug that goes into the 3.5mm headphone jack, there is additional strain relief there as well, as you can see. So you can see that there's a little stem that sticks out to relieve tension that puts on that that's put on there. And it's the same tri-layer type material, the insulation. It really does have no give, and I really do think that is a very impressive feat, because if you take ear pods, excuse me, if you take a set of ear pods or most even like most lower end headphones or earbuds or whatever, and you pull on the cable, you'll get some stretch, you'll get some movement. I am seeing almost basically no movement here, and I'm pulling really hard. So to me, that is one of the biggest selling points of this type of these earbuds, for sure. Same great cable, same fit, and same obviously extra tips and all that, and the same nice. By the way, this button is great. It's a really nice button, and what it really reminds me of too, this plastic, it reminds me of the black plastic on the first gen iPad. And here we have my first gen iPad, and you can see that lock button is very, or this thing, the mode action button on these earbuds is very reminiscent of that type of black plastic, and that's not a bad thing. The black plastic on the iPad always felt very nice. It was, yes, it was plastic, but it gave a very good tactile feel, and it didn't feel cheap at all. It was nicely machined and that sort of thing. And that is the same thing I can have to say about this. The button click is very, very prominent, so you're not going to mistake pressing it. It's not mushy at all. So you can, if you need to do 2 clicks to skip a track, or 1 to end a call or pause, you'll definitely know you hit it once, or you hit it twice, or you hit it 3 times. To me, that's invaluable when you have a set of earbuds you're going to be using to listen to music, and you don't want to be like, hold on, stop, let me make sure I do the right number of clicks. You'll never miscount with this, and I really do like that. That can't be understated. Too many earbuds that have inline controls just have a terrible button. I mean, or they have some complicated up, down, crap. And obviously, volume control is always nice, but at this price point, come on, guys. All right, having a nice single button is more than enough to ask for. So finally, we're going to look at the gray ones. Personally, all right, these were my favorite color of all because I felt like they really did represent the best color combo. They're a very neutral tone. You know, they didn't look, you know, flashy or weird. Wow, I really like these. I mean, if I used headphones more, I would really use these all the time. This is actually pretty cool. So these gray ones, wow, that is cool. So they're not as understated or background looking in terms of color as I thought they were. But I do think the color combination works really well. Kind of like a subtle gaming laptop has less of a flashy look and more of just a subtly, you know, aggressive look, but not like openly like RGB everything. It's the same thing here where you have this same braiding of the nylon on the inside, or the cross hatching, and then the outside clear, you know, BTU material, not BTU. You know what? I don't know what this is. It's some sort of clear polymer or some sort of butylene rubber clear plastic, and they chose to use a red inner nylon fiber. And I have to say, guys, I'm gonna macro this in for you. This looks really good. I mean, it's really sexy for headphones, and I would argue that this would work for male or female because, again, to me this is just simply a subtly understated, aggressive but nice industrial design. So you have that same setup with the nice little fitment here, and then the inner chrome circle. You have your nice strain relief, but this time it's blacked out. I really do think this highlights more of the design because on the other ones, it sort of all looks the same. Like with this gold, yeah, well, the clear on the bottom here and end piece where the plug is, it all sort of blends together. But when you have such different colors, you have a cable with red cross hatching in it, you have a black strain relief plug here, and you have this beautiful sort of gray tone plug for the 3.5 millimeter jack. I mean, wow, that is, I really do. I mean, God, I know you guys think this is weird, but I love this. And actually, you know what, guys? Another thing that I didn't realize before is this looks like, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so. I think I'm right. This section here, so you know how I was talking about how the split was very nice. So how the split distance was good and not too big or not too narrow. Because, I mean, you know, let's say, let me move the camera here. Let's say you're listening to you put your headphones in, right? Well, you don't want to have this split here where it splits be too narrow because then you'll be, you know, choking on your chin there like a chin strap. But you also don't want to be too wide so it's like flailing around, especially if you have a smaller head, right? Well, the great thing about this is it has an adjustable splitter right here. So you just pull up on the top part of this and it comes out just like that. And so you can adjust this split to be tight or to be loose. And so now, for me, I have this in like this, and I can pull it up all the way until the microphone. I mean, this looks ridiculous, but you get the idea. You can adjust this to anywhere that you want. And the great part about this is this split adjustment thing here has a little bit of a plastic insert in it, and that grips really well on the outside clear plastic, rubberized plastic material of these this cable insulation, so it will stay where you set it. There's so many of these, like especially on the old Apple earbuds, okay, before the earpods, the earbuds that came with like the iPhones and stuff and iPods. They had one of these, at least the really old ones did. It was terrible because you'd set it and then it would just slide back down because it wouldn't stay in place. But this one, you can see, I got them lined up, which is the worst possible scenario because that means there's no tension to hold it in place. And even with it lined up, I pull them tight, you can see it's not going down at all, okay? So to me, that's excellent right there. That's an amazing thing. Because again, if you use headphones and you want to be able to adjust that, so let's say, you don't want them flopping around as much, or, maybe you want it all the way down, you can decide where that split is. So again, I really like that. And lastly, this was probably one of the most interesting things, because at first I didn't really see the reason why they'd want to send me this. Like, what's the big deal, So what it is a set of foam ear tips, okay? Now, at first, again, I was confused. I'm like, well, what's the big deal? I mean, what's the big deal about foam ear tips, right? But the more I thought about it, the more I said, well, a lot of people don't necessarily like these silicone ear tips because they're nice, but they don't necessarily grip very well, and they also don't seal very well in some people's ears. And even if you get a smaller one, they get oily. They don't grip very well because, again, they're very thin material. So their properties aren't exactly the same throughout, right? It's not a solid piece of something, and sometimes they don't fit very well. So I thought, well, what a great idea, because everyone knows that, for example, earplugs are the disposable earplugs are little foam things that you roll between your fingers and you put in your ear, and it fits perfectly, right? It's almost like a memory foam type thing, right? Well, then what would be better than creating ear tips that work the exact same way out of some sort of washable, reusable type material? Now, obviously, guys, I'm not going to kid you here. This is not going to last as long as these silicone ones, especially because these can be pulled off and washed much better than a foam, because a foam over time may absorb, like oils and that sort of thing. But regardless, this will likely provide a much better listening experience. And they come in this nice little case here. I know I didn't really talk about that. And it's got the KingYou branding on there. Nothing ridiculous. But again, if you want to take these with you, I feel like you just put them on your earbuds, right? But let's say you want to take them with you, you have another set of something you like to listen to, and then, when you, have a different listening situation, you'll use these. But again, let's go ahead and try them out. So I'm going to go ahead and try them out on these gray ones, because I absolutely love these gray ones. I think the color scheme on these is great. That's interesting too. On the gray ones, you'll look here and you'll see that the insert has the silicone has part of a inner shot molding here of red, which I think is pretty cool. So I think also you could go from an understated look to a more aggressive look just by changing out these ear tips. Now, obviously, they're going to be in your ear, but part of it will still be visible. All right, so these are pretty easy, and also these foam pieces, they have a nice moldable foam on the outside, and the inside is still the same easy to insert silicone fitting. So it's an inner shot of silicone in there. So all you got to do is push, and they slide right on, just like the other ones did. All right, so there's no complicated assembly or installation mechanism, and they just fit really nice. There we go. Alright, guys, well, let's try this out, see how it fits in my ear. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to try this out and see how these fit in my ears with these foam tips. I'm curious to see if they can do better than their silicone ones. So, I'm thinking you got to roll them just like earplugs. I have to say something. They fit about the same. Again, I have small ear canals, so I feel like that's probably the problem. But the sound isolation is so much better. I mean, before it was only slightly muffled, but now it's that weird thing, like, when you have water in your ears, it feels exactly like that. And when it comes for headphones, that's a good thing, because that means there's very little noise coming from outside to change or interfere with your listening experience. So, as somebody who hates noise generally when it comes to listening to music, I have to say, if I used headphones or earbuds, these would be my go-to choice. Especially if you're on a plane, with the jet engines going crazy, and all those announcements like ding. In 20 minutes, we will be going around the cabin with refreshments. Like all that stuff. I mean, these would be great. Even if you have standard earbuds, all right, and you don't need to buy another set, which I still would say that these would be great, and we'll find out how good the sound is in just a minute. The earbud tips that they sell, these foam ones, I would argue is a great investment, even if you already have existing earbuds. Alright guys, well now we're going to test them out and actually see what they sound like. Alrighty guys, so I've got my dongle hooked up to my 7 Plus here, and I'm going to go ahead and listen to some music, and I will also go ahead and put it up to the microphone after I've given it a little demo here. But we're going to go ahead and start with these little foam ones on these gray ones. But again, they're all the same model. Okay, so what these sound like is going to be representative of all the other two. Oh, you know, I'm really impressed. Wow. Wow. Okay, guys, so here's the story. Again, you have to keep in mind the price of these earbuds, okay? At this price range, this level of sound is pretty hard to find, I'll be honest. Because the way I would describe it is very, very, very good. And, not absolutely stellar. But remember, at the price we're talking here, which is like 15 to 16 bucks, all right, there is a very good amount of bass. And not like Beats level overdone, overhyped, and overcranked bass, but level sound, okay? And additionally, there's a very flat level overall to the EQ. I would say that it's not heavily biased towards bass, which would be, in my mind, actually a downside, because at some point you reach a point where there's too much bass, right? So these sound very good. I'm going to go ahead and play. I'll hold them up to the microphone and I'll play my copyright free music here, and so you can really get a listen here. But I'm really impressed with these. All right. So I'm not sure if that even went through at all, if that came through at all. It's really hard, honestly, to demo earbuds or headphones or even audio in general over a video platform like this, because you're going to have YouTube compression, as well as who knows what audio equipment you're using to listen to it on your end, whether you're using high-end speakers, headphones, or if you're just using like the speaker on your phone or on your built-in speakers on your computer or something like that. So who knows what you're listening to, but all I can say is, with my personal experience just now listening to them, for $15, these, go get them. Like if you need headphones and you don't want to spend more than $20, and you want them on Amazon Prime, I mean, it's a no-brainer, guys. And trust me, all right, I would not, for a minute, consider telling you this if I didn't actually believe this. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't even like headphones, okay? I'm telling you that these are good. In conclusion, I really want to thank KingYou for sending this stuff out to me, because I'm pretty impressed, guys. I've had a lot of offers from different companies to have things sent out to me, and I was just utterly disappointed. I really didn't. I didn't even make videos for them. I didn't publish them because the products they sent me were utter shit. Okay, they're crap. They weren't worth me even showing you guys. And at this price range, these are remarkably high quality. Okay, the packaging is minimal but nice, and the products themselves are high quality. So honestly, if you want some good headphones, some good earbuds with good isolation, go ahead, head over to KingYou. I'll leave their store link as well as the link for each one of these products in the description below. And also, definitely check out not just their earbuds, okay, but the little foam ear tips, because I think add those to one of their earbuds and that'll complete your package there for good isolation, especially if you're a commuter, you know, you're in a noisy train or a bus or something like that, and you want good isolation when you're listening to music. It doesn't get much better than this for this price. Okay, guys? So thanks for watching. I know this has been long, but there was 4 different things we wanted to pack into one video here. And again, as always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like if you like the video. And if you have any questions or comments about these things, please leave it below. I'll see you in the next one.